No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even.
What is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King. Today I'm talking about a 10-year plan for Silver Dollar City. I extended it to 10 years just because the Hershon family doesn't add something into every park like Six Flags or Cedar Fair does every year. So I just want to extend it so I got, a decent amount of additions in rather than just one or two. So let's get right into it. I want to look at the past 10 years because that often gives away kind of what they're going to be doing in their future. So in 2011, they added the Half Dollar Holler, which is like a family ride. And in 2012, they added the show. And then right after that, in 2013, they added Outlaw Run, their huge RMC investment. Everybody knows that, and it's a great ride, and nobody complains about it. 2014, they didn't add anything, and I'm going to consider that to be park improvements. In 2015, they added Fireman's Landing, a family area, which included a bunch of different rides from all different people, such as like they have like a drop tower and some kids rides as well. They took 2 years off in 2016 and 2017 just to do some park improvements. In 2018, they had Time Traveler, their awesome max spinning coaster that's like a launch and inverts, just an absolutely insane ride. 2019, they added nothing, park improvements. In 2020, they added a water ride, which is actually a huge investment because it's like the world's tallest drop in a water ride, which is just definitely interesting. One thing to notice that before the last 10 years, the last major coaster they got was Powder Keg in 2005. So there's an 8-year gap between that one and Outlaw Run. And then there is clearly a 5-year gap between Time Traveler and Outlaw Run. So on average, we're looking like 6 to 7 years to get a new coaster for Silver Dollar City. So 2021, excuse me, like I was saying before, when I say park improvements, it means pretty much nothing. I think they're taking their off year. They just got a huge investment with their water ride. So I think they're just going to take the year off, do some park improvements, not really add anything too spectacular, maybe fix up a few places, and, this is just an off year. Another thing to notice that the coronavirus is going to halt their plans if they did have anything in plan to like make a new ride or something like that. Missouri's at phase one of the reopening, so they're probably going to reopen a little later in the summer and lose a lot of revenue. So I think that they're not going to be as ready to drop a lot of money into the park, and this is going to be a good idea for them to take an off year. 2022, right after that, I think they're getting a thrill ride of some sort. I have the air scooters right there that are at Dollywood. I feel like they would be a good addition to the park. And I have a Husk Frisbee also to the right. If I had to take one guess as to which one it would be, it'd probably be the air scooters, just because Dollywood already has one, which is their sister park. Um, Both are great rides. It would add to the thrill ride lineup. And one thing I've noticed about these Hershey family parks is that they're really trying to have something there for everybody to do, rather than like a Six Flags who's super thrill oriented. They have like so I think that a thrill ride would definitely fit that gap and help out everybody and give them something to ride, rather than just the thrill coaster junkies and the smaller kids. So 2023, I think, is going to be another off year. Just some small improvements. Not going to talk too much about it. They did just get thrill ride in 2022, so they're probably going to get nothing in 2023. Right after that, 2024, another kind of off year. They're going to get like a new show, almost like they did in 2012, right before Outlaw Run. Maybe just own a new show to lower the cost and adding something every year. And once again, like I was saying before, they like to have something in every single park for everybody to do. So this is definitely gonna help that lineup out, and help some people who don't like to go on the rides to have some fun in the park in the day. 2025, right after that, I think they're getting a Vekoma suspended coaster. So, as many of you guys may know, Dollywood just added their Vekoma suspended coaster called Dragon Flyer, and it looks to be an awesome ride. So I think their sister park, Silver Dollar City, is probably going to be next in line to get their Vekoma suspended coaster. These rides look to be great, and it's not like an Outlaw Run where it's going to be such a huge ride in the park, and it's really for thrill people. This is more for like a little advance of a family ride, somewhere in the middle of a family and thrill roller coaster. So I feel it could be a good addition to the park and, give once again everybody something to do and give, somewhere in the middle of the super coaster junkies and like the kids rides. So after that, in the next 2 years, I think they're going to take off. They like to take years off that they're pretty much every major edition as we've seen in the past. So definitely 2026, and I'm thinking 2027 too. They've been adding a lot to the park, so I think they're just going to take these years off, get some revenue back, and then go back into the 2028 year strong. In the 2028 year, I think they're getting a thrill and family area, similar as they did with the Fireman's area in 2015 it was. So I think they'll add like a strong collection of thrill and a lot of kids rides, just to keep everybody happy there. Just throw some cool thrill rides, maybe like the air scooter I was talking about before, Huss Frisbee, Zamperla Air Race, stuff like that. Just like one or two thrill rides and a bunch of family and kid rides for the smaller kids in the park. That leads to 2029, which I think they're going to get nothing. They pretty much get nothing after every big improvement. So 2029 is going to be no exception after the 2028 expansion. Leading us in 2020 into 2030, which I think is like a new show or an expansion of their Halloween time, stuff like that. Smaller additions like I did right before our other coaster. I think they're going to add something small just to throw into the park before they add something huge and give that balance between the huge thrill coasters and the other fun stuff to do in the park. Which leads to 2031, which I think they're getting a wing coaster. Wild Eagle at Dollywood is an awesome ride. So I think that their sister park, Silver Dollar City, is going to be getting a wing coaster just because of their sister park, and they kind of have a similar lineup with the RMCs and everything. So I think that in 2031, the Silver Dollar City will be adding a wing coaster, probably by B&M, and it'll be a great addition to the park. And this would be this along with the Vekoma suspended coaster would be the two major coaster additions in the 10-year span that I talked about. That's me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section any other plans or parks you want me to do. I'll see you guys next time.
No one can stop me, I feel like the greatest. Don't say be humble, I patiently waited. All of this love and I ain't even